There's 100 people talking, but I hear you first. Like the room turned down the volume and you got the verse. You're laughing with a stranger and you don't know me yet. But something in the way you move is something I can't forget. I don't know your name, I don't know your sign, but something in my chest just rearranged its lines. Who are you? Who are you? Stranger in the room. Who are you? Who are you? Making my heart bloom. I came here with my friends and now I'm leaving with your face burned into my memory like a song I can't erase. Who are you? Stranger in the room. You pushed your hair behind your ear and looked across the floor, and I pretended I was looking at something by the door. But we both know what happened in that accidental glance. The universe just shuffled and it dealt us both a chance. I don't know your voice, I don't know your laugh, but I already know I wanna learn your paragraph. Who are you? Who are you? Stranger in the room. Who are you? Who are you? Making my heart bloom. I came here with no plans and now I'm planning out a life with someone whose last name I couldn't even try. Who are you? Stranger in the room. Should I walk over? Should I say hello? Should I risk everything for someone I don't even know? But what's the bigger risk? The talking or the not? I'd rather be embarrassed than forever wonder what. Hey you, you're no stranger anymore. Hey you, that's what introductions are for. I came here as a nobody, and now I've got your name. And nothing in this room will ever feel the same. Hey you, glad I stayed in the room. Glad I stayed. Glad I stayed.
I changed my shirt 4 times, the mirror's judging me. I brush my teeth again because I'm brushing anxiously. My keys, my phone, my wallet, check, check, check. But there's no checklist for the chaos in my chest. It's just dinner, it's just talking, it's just you. So why does just feel like the scariest thing I'll ever do? Butterflies at 7 p.m., they're eating me alive. Butterflies at 7 p.m., I'm barely gonna survive. You opened up the door and smiled and everything went bright. Butterflies at 7 p.m., I think I'm gonna be alright. You said I look nice, I said you look like art, then immediately died inside. Too much, too far, too hard. But you laughed and said that's sweet and grabbed your coat to go. And the butterflies calmed down because your laugh felt like home. It's just a first date, it's just the start of who knows what. So why does just the start feel like it's already enough? Butterflies at 7 p.m., they're doing somersaults. Butterflies at 7 p.m., I'm You're talking about your childhood and I'm hanging on each word. Butterflies at 7 p.m. You're the best thing I've ever heard. By 9 p.m. the butterflies had settled into warmth. By 10 p.m. I didn't want the evening to transform. By 11 p.m. you said let's do this again sometime. And the butterflies came back, but this time they were mine. Butterflies at 7 p.m. They never really left. Butterflies at 7 p.m. You're the reason for my breath. I'm driving home and smiling at the steering wheel tonight. Butterflies at 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm gonna be alright. Gonna be
I keep saying your name like it's a flavor I just found. Rolling it around my tongue, tasting every sound. 3 syllables of something that I didn't know I needed. Like a song I've always hummed but never really completed. It's just a name, it's just some letters in a row. So why does saying it feel like watching flowers grow? Your name in my mouth feels like honey, feels like sun. Your name in my mouth is my favorite song to hum. I say it when I'm happy, I say it when I'm scared. Your name in my mouth like a little whispered prayer. I wrote it on the foggy mirror after every shower. I whispered it to nobody at 2 a.m. for an hour. It fits inside my mouth like it was always meant to stay. A word that turns my ordinary into holiday. It's just a name, it's just a word that people say. So why does whispering it chase my blues away? Your name in my mouth feels like honey, feels like sun. Your name in my mouth is my favorite song to hum. I say it in the morning, I say it late at night. Your name in my mouth makes everything feel right. And one day I hope to say it right beside your ear. And one day I hope your heartbeat is the only thing I hear. Until then I'll keep it safe between my lips and dreams. Your name, the sweetest secret and the softest thing. Your name in my mouth, I'll never get enough. Your name in my mouth is falling into love. I'll say it till it echoes off the ceiling and the walls. Your name in my mouth, the sweetest sound of all. Sweetest sound.
whoa, whoa, yeah, whoa, whoa. The barista asks what's wrong with me while I'm grinning at my phone. My coworker thinks I'm losing it, I'm laughing on my own. I walked into a glass door twice because my head's up in the clouds. And honestly, I don't care who sees, I wanna say it loud. hips are hurting, my jaw is tired, but every time I try to stop, another thought gets fired. I can't stop smiling, can't stop smiling. Look what you've done. I can't stop smiling, can't stop smiling. You're my son. I look ridiculous, I know. I've seen my face, but I can't stop smiling. You've taken over the place. My mom called and said, you sound different. Did something change? I said no, but she heard the grin and said, what is their name? I tried to play it cool and said, it's nothing. Really, Mom? She said, honey, you've been humming the same song since the dawn. My heart's a jukebox stuck on your track, and every time it ends, it just goes right back. I can't stop smiling, can't stop smiling. What did you do? I can't stop smiling, can't stop smiling. It's all 'cause of you. I look ridiculous and I couldn't care less. I can't stop smiling. You're my beautiful mess. They say when you know, you just know. Well, I know because my face won't let it go. This isn't just a crush. This isn't just a face. This is my face, surrendering to better days. I can't stop smiling, can't stop smiling, and I don't want to. I can't stop smiling, can't stop smiling. I'm falling into you, so let me look ridiculous. Let the whole world see I can't stop smiling, 'cause you're smiling back at me. Smiling back at me.
You sent me a song at 3 a.m. and said this one's you. I listened with my headphones on and felt it running through. Every lyric was a mirror of the things you couldn't say. So you let somebody else's voice give your heart away.
I played it back 11 times before the morning came,
And every replay made me whisper something close to your name.
Some people write love letters,
Some buy flowers at the store, but we speak in melodies, and that means so much more.
a playlist is a language only lovers understand.
Every track's a fingerprint pressed gently to your hand. Playlist for two, every song's a photograph. Playlist for two, verse and chorus, cry and laugh. You press play and I press play at the very same time. Playlist for two, your heartbeat next to mine.
I made a playlist just for us. I spent the whole night long picking every melody like picking out a dawn. Track 1's for the day we met, track 10's for our first fight.
Track 15 is the future, and I haven't named it right.
I rearranged the order 7 times to get the arc, because a playlist is a story,
And you're every single part.
we didn't plan this, didn't schedule, didn't chart.
We just kept trading melodies
And building up a heart.
A shared song is a promise that the silence couldn't break. Every note you send me is a bridge across the ache. Playlist for two, every track's a stepping stone. Playlist for two, never two. Everything feels right.
What happens when the playlist ends?
We hit repeat and start again.
Because the best playlists don't have a final track.
They just keep growing,
And they never look back. And every song we add is proof that we're still here,
building something beautiful, one melody a year. Playlist for two, and it's getting long. Playlist for two, every day's a brand new song. You press play and I press play, and the world just disappears. Playlist for two, I could listen for years.
I could listen for years
And years and years
for years.
and years. Press play, press play. I told myself I wouldn't fall. I built the walls up high. I triple locked my heart and threw the key into the sky. But you showed up with no agenda, no map, no master plan, and somehow found a doorway that I didn't know I had. You didn't knock, you didn't push, you didn't even try. You just stood outside and smiled and let the door decide. I can fight the tide, I can fight the wind, but how do you fight something that's already under your skin? I can fight the fire, I can fight the flood, but I can't fight this feeling rushing through my blood. Gravity keeps pulling, pulling me to you. No matter what I do, no matter what I do, I run the other way, but end up at your door. Gravity keeps pulling, I can't fight it anymore. I tried to keep my distance, tried to color in the lines, but every conversation pulled me closer every time. You didn't even try, and that's the most frustrating part. You just existed, and it rearranged my heart. Your laugh became my compass, your voice became my north, and every step away from you just pulled me further forth. I can fight the moon, I can fight the sea, but how do you fight someone who feels like destiny? I can fight the logic, Without you in my day, gravity keeps pulling, and I'm done resisting now. Gravity keeps pulling, and I'm falling, falling down into your arms, into your world, into your atmosphere. Gravity keeps pulling, and I'm glad that you're right here. So glad that you're right here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here.
I've been burned before. I've seen the trick behind the magic. I've watched the curtain fall on love. I swore it wasn't tragic. So forgive me if I'm checking twice. Forgive me if I stare. I'm just making sure that when I wake up, you'll still be there. Because the last time felt this perfect, the ending was a cliff, and I jumped believing I could fly, but I was falling stiff. My heart's been fooled before by temporary highs. So tell me this is different, tell me this one survives. Tell me I'm not dreaming, tell me I'm not wrong. Tell me that this feeling is the one that lasts lifelong. Tell me it's real, tell me it's real, tell me I'm not insane. Tell me it's real, tell me it's real, tell me it's worth the pain. Because I'm falling faster than my fear can keep me still. Tell me it's real, just tell me that it's real. You kiss me and I question if I earned it or I'm dreaming. You hold my hand and half of me is flying, half is screaming. Not from the love is warm, the love is safe, the love is true. I'm screaming at myself because I can't believe it's you. Because good things never stay before, they always packed and ran. So I'm standing here with trembling knees, asking if you can. My mind's been wrecked before by beautiful disguise. So tell me this is honest, tell me these are truthful lies. Tell me when the morning comes you won't regret the night. Tell me that this love story doesn't end with a goodbye. Tell me it's real, tell me it's real, tell me I'm not a fool. Oh, tell me it's real, tell me it's real, tell me you'll feel it too. Because I'm opening a door I swore I'd never open still. Tell me it's real, just tell me that it's real. You looked at me and said I'm scared too, you know. And suddenly the fear became the thing that made us grow. Because two scared people choosing love despite the odds is the bravest, truest, realest love the world has ever got. So yeah, it's real, the mess, the doubt, the beauty and the ache. It's real because we're choosing it despite what's at stake. It's real, you don't have to tell me twice. It's real, I can see it in your eyes. I'm done questioning the one thing that my heart already knows. It's real, the realest thing I'll ever hold, the realest thing I'll ever know. It's real, it's real. I know it's real, I know it's real. You've got flour on your nose and syrup on your chin. You're burning the first batch again and laughing through the sin. The kitchen smells like butter and your playlist way too loud. And this ordinary Sunday is the best I've ever found. You're singing to the spatula like nobody can see. But I'm filming on my phone because this moment's everything to me. I don't need the fancy places, I don't need the grand. I just need this messy kitchen and your sticky syrup hand. I don't need a reservation, don't need candlelight. I just need your burnt pancakes and your laughter every night. Sunday morning pancakes, you and me and flour everywhere. Sunday morning pancakes, messy love without a care. This is what they mean when they say this is the one. Sunday morning pancakes underneath the morning sun. You made a heart-shaped one and held it up with pride. It looked more like a kidney, but I said it looked divine. You flicked a blueberry at my head and called it a love note. I caught it in my mouth and you gave a standing ovation vote. The coffee's overflowing and the eggs are getting cold, but we're too busy dancing to a song that's 10 years old. I don't need a 5-star meal, I don't need champagne. I just need your burnt pancakes and the joy inside the plane. I don't need a penthouse view, don't need a fancy ring. I just need the Sunday morning and the peace that you bring. Sunday morning pancakes, you and me in our pajamas. Sunday morning pancakes, love in its most honest grammar. This is what they mean when they say hold on tight. Sunday morning pancakes, every Sunday for the rest of my life. We could go to Paris, we could fly to Rome, but nothing beats this kitchen that we're learning to call home. The dishes pile up and the batter hits the floor, but every Sunday morning I just love you even more. And when we're 80 and the pancakes taste the same, I'll still be standing here, I'll still be calling your name. Sunday morning pancakes, save a plate for me. Sunday morning pancakes, this is where I want to be. Forget the world outside, forget the weekly race. Sunday morning pancakes, you're my favorite place. My favorite place. My favorite place. Save a plate for me.
Your toothbrush lives beside mine now. That happened quietly. Your jacket on my chair became a part of the scenery. I didn't notice when your coffee mug became your spot. But now the kitchen shelf without it feels like something's lost. Your shoes beside the doorway, your keys inside my bowl. The little things you left behind became my daily soul. I didn't plan this, didn't see it coming slow. But piece by piece you moved in, and now I never want you to go. You slipped into my routine like a verse into a song. And now the melody feels empty if you're ever gone. Tangled up in you, like headphones in a pocket. tangled up in you, and I don't want to stop it. Your life inside my life, like vines around a wall, tangled up in you, my favorite way to fall. You know my takeout order and my mother's maiden name. You know which side I sleep on in the movie I could watch again. I know your humming pattern and the way you crack your knees, the tiny little habits that became my expertise. We finish each other's sentences without thinking twice. We share the same bad humor and the same brand of advice. We grew together without even making plans, like two trees in the same soil, reaching for each other's hands. We braided into something no scissors could undo, and honestly, I wouldn't wanna come untangled from you. Tangled up in you, like chapters in a book. Tangled up in you, in every single look. Your heartbeat in my ribcage, like it's always lived right there. Tangled up in you, my favorite kind of prayer. Some people keep their lives in separate little jars, but ours spilled into each other like colliding stars. And now I can't remember where my edges end and yours begin. And honestly, I hope they never mend, because the tangling's the beautiful, the messy is the point. Two lives becoming one is love's most honest joint. Tangled up in you, and I'll never unravel. Tangled up in you, through every road we travel. Your love inside my love, like a song inside a song. Tangled up in you, right where I belong. Right where I belong. Where I belong. Tangled up, tangled up.
I wasn't looking for a love story, I was looking for the train. You were holding a broken umbrella, standing in the rain.
I offered you my jacket, you said I'm fine, I'm tough.
Then sneezed 3 times and laughed and said okay.
That's enough.
We shared the platform for 11 minutes flat,
And somehow in 11 minutes, that was that. We didn't plan this, didn't schedule, didn't swipe. Love just showed up uninvited on a random Tuesday night.
no candlelit proposal,
No orchestra on cue,
just 2 wet strangers
and a train
that never came through.
accidentally forever.
We stumbled into fate,
Accidentally forever.
no algorithm, no date,
Just 2 messy people in a messy little world. Accidentally forever. The best accident in the world. I wasn't looking for a romance, I was looking for my keys. You helped me check my pockets while I blamed the autumn breeze.
You found them in my left hand where they'd been the whole damn time.
And something about your laugh turned ordinary into rhyme.
My first date
Was a laundromat because nowhere else was free. You folded my socks wrong and I thought, yeah, that's the one for me.
we didn't rehearse this,
Didn't practice, didn't plan.
love just tripped us both and said,
Now hold each other's hand.
no matching algorithms,
No destiny foretold.
just two clumsy heartbeats.
Learning how to be bold. Accidentally forever. No fireworks, no script. Accidentally forever. Just a laundromat and a trip. Just two clumsy humans doing clumsy human things. Accidentally forever. And the joy that clumsiness brings.
The best love stories aren't written,
They're tripped over.
the best forever start with oops.
Excuse me, can I come closer?
We didn't find each other, we just collided in the crowd.
And accidentally whispered what we should have said out loud.
So here's to broken umbrellas,
And to trains that run late.
here's to lost keys.
And laundromats. And accidental fate. Accidentally forever. And that accident again. Accidentally forever. My lover and my friend. No fairy tale, no master plan, no script upon the shelf. Accidentally forever. The best thing we ever did ourselves. The very best thing. By accident, by accident, by accident. The best accident.
I've been guarding all my cracks with humor and with walls, showing everybody highlights, hiding all the falls. But you sat beside me one night when the mask came off by mistake, and instead of running, you just said it's okay to break. You didn't flinch when I was ugly, didn't leave when I was loud. You just held the space around me like a gentle kind of cloud. For the first time in forever, I let someone see the mess. And for the first time ever, the mess felt like a strength. For the first time in my life, I didn't have to earn the love. You gave it freely like the rain falling from above. I feel safe with you, safe enough to cry, safe enough to fall apart without explaining why. I feel safe with you, safe enough to stay in a world that's always running. You're my reason to remain. Yeah. You remember all the small things that I mentioned just in passing. My favorite flower, my worst memory, the thing that keeps me laughing. You built a home inside your chest where all my shadows fit. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm legit. You don't need me to be perfect don't need me to perform. You just need me to be present, to be real, to be warm. For the first time in forever, I don't need to disappear. And for the first time ever, I'm not ashamed of being here. For the first time in my story, the ending isn't sad, it's just the beginning of the best I've ever had. I feel safe with you, safe enough to dream, safe enough to be exactly what I mean. I feel safe with you, safe enough to glow in a world full of pretending. You're the only one who knows. Safety isn't bored, safety isn't plain. Safety is the bravest kind of love you'll ever claim. It's choosing someone daily, not for fireworks or flame. Before the quiet, I'm still here, that never needs a name. So thank you for the shelter, thank you for the ground, thank you for the silence where my peace was finally found. I feel safe with you, and that's the biggest love. I feel safe with you, that's what I'm made of. In a world that keeps on breaking, you're my unbreakable ground. I feel safe with you, the safest love I've found, the safest love I've ever found, the safest love. Safe with you, safe with you, safe with you.
Oh, yeah. I used to hide my feelings in a pocket or a drawer, pretend I didn't care that much, pretend I wasn't sure. But something about you made the quiet feel like a lie, and I'm done whispering when I was born to amplify. I used to play it cool, keep my cards against my chest, but playing it cool with you just feels like playing at my worst. No more hiding, no more, it's complicated, baby. This is you, this is me, and this is us, and that's amazing. No more codes, no more games, no more reading in between. This is love, clear as day, the clearest thing I've ever seen. I'm loving you out loud, I'm shouting from the roof. I'm loving you out loud, I'm living, breathing proof that love isn't quiet when it's real and when it's right. I'm loving you out loud with every single light. I held your hand in public and I didn't look around. I kissed you at the traffic light with both feet on the ground. I posted us together and I didn't blur your face. I told my mom, my dad, my friends, my coworker, my neighbor Grace, the world can keep its opinions locked behind its door, because loving you is everything I never knew I was looking for. Oh, no more hiding, no more playing it cool. This is the kind of love that breaks every rule. No more silence, no more holding my tongue. This is the love that makes me feel forever young. I'm loving you out loud, I'm painting it in the sky. I'm loving you out loud, I'm giving my reasons why. That love isn't something you should keep locked up inside. I'm loving you out loud with nothing left to hide. Screaming from the balcony, tattoo it on my chest, write it on a billboard, tell the east and tell the west. Because hiding how I feel about you, that's the real crime. I'd rather love you loud than love you quiet one more time. So let the neighbors hear, let the strangers stop and stare, let the whole day
You always say goodnight like it's a sentence you don't want to end. You stretch it out, good night, and then you say it once again.
You add to sleep well and a dream of me tonight.
And then a final one more thing.
You never get it right.
You clear your throat and start again like it's an acceptance speech.
And I'm just lying here in love with every word you reach.
It's just 2 words, 11 letters, nothing grand.
So why does goodnight from you
Feel like holding hands? It's just a ritual,
it's just a little game. So why does goodnight from you
set my heart aflame. The way you say goodnight,
goodnight, goodnight,
like you're tucking in the stars
and turning off the light. The way you say goodnight makes the darkness feel like home.
the way you say goodnight.
I never sleep alone. You always say goodnight and then you call me back in 10. I forgot to tell you something, but it's just good night again.
And I pretend I'm annoyed, but I'm smiling at the ceiling, because the way you say goodnight gives my heart its deepest feeling.
Sometimes you whisper it when you think that I'm asleep. I hear it every time, it's the reason that I keep. It's just a whisper in the dark, a breath before you dream. So why does goodnight from you feel like everything I mean? It's just the ending of the day, a period, a dot. So why does goodnight from you feel like the best thing that I've got?
The way you say goodnight,
Goodnight, goodnight,
like every ending is a promise of the
morning light.
The way you say goodnight
Makes the universe feel small.
The way you say goodnight,
My favorite sound of all.
and when we're old and gray and our eyes can barely see,
I still wait up just to hear you say goodnight to me.
because some words aren't just words when the right person speaks.
Good night from you
Could carry me for weeks, and I'll whisper it back.
with everything I've got.
Good night, my love.
The 2 best words I'll ever drop.
The way you say goodnight,
One last time tonight
the way you say goodnight
makes everything alright. So say it one more time, just once before you sleep.
The way you say goodnight
Is the love I'll always keep. The love I'll always keep. Good night, good night,
good night.
one more time. Good night.
I've lived in 7 cities, slept in 30 different beds. I've called a lot of places home, but none of them were it. Home was always temporary, always packed inside a bag, until I unpacked next to you and never looked back. I've seen the Eiffel Tower lit in Tokyo at dawn, but nothing looked like home until I saw you on the lawn. I searched the map, I searched the world, I searched the GPS, but home was never coordinates, home was your yes. I circled every continent and crossed a dozen seas, but home was always waiting in the space between your knees. Home is you, home is you, in every time zone known. Home is you, home is you, I'm never on my own. You could put me in a desert, you could drop me in the snow. Home is you, only you, the only place I know. My mom once asked me, where do you see yourself in 10? I said, I don't know the city, but I know who I'll be with then. She smiled and said, that's all that matters, all the rest is noise. Home isn't where you live, it's who you live for, it's the choice. Home isn't in the furniture or the color of the walls. Home is the way you hum off key while walking down the halls. I stopped searching, I stopped running, I stopped looking for the door, because home walked in and sat beside me and I don't need any more. I stopped chasing, I stopped counting, I stopped keeping score, because home is not a place you find, it's someone you adore. Home is you, home is you, through every storm and fight. Home is you, home is you, my morning and my night. You could take away the ceiling, you could take away the floor. Home is you, only you, I couldn't ask for more. Home is your voice when the world gets loud. Home is your arms in a moving crowd. Home is the silence we share in the dark. Home is the promise that lives in your heart. Home is the coffee you make every day. Home is the way you say it's gonna be okay. Home is you, and it always will be. Home is you, for all of eternity. No map, no key, no door, no wall. Home is you, you're my everything, my all. You're my everything, you're my home, you're my home, my everything, my all.
When your hair turns silver and your back gives out by noon, I'll still reach for your hand across the tiny living room. When the stairs become a mountain and the TV's always loud, I'll still choose this view, a view above any crowd.
When your memory gets fuzzy and you tell the same joke twice,
I'll still laugh like it's the first time, because your laugh is paradise. We're not there yet, we're still young and full of plans, but I already see us holding wrinkled hands. We're not finished yet, we're still writing every page, but I already love the story at every single stage. I wanna grow old with you, every single line, every gray hair earned together, every wrinkle's a sign that we chose each other daily. you, every beautiful bit.
When my eyes can barely read the menu at our spot,
I'll still order what you're having,
because I
trust you a lot.
when my jokes get even worse and my dancing's truly done,
I'll still spin you in the kitchen underneath the setting sun.
when the grandkids ask us how we made it all this far,
I'll say I married my best friend and my favorite shooting star. We're not perfect, we're not finished, we're not done, but I already know you're my forever one. We're not flawless, we're not easy, we're not clean,
but we're the most beautiful mess
the world has ever seen. I wanna grow old with you, every laugh and every sigh,
every morning that we wake up
and say, well, we survived, that we loved each other loudly when the world said be polite. I wanna grow old with you every single night. This isn't just a love song, it's a rehearsal for forever, a practice run for decades of the best, worst kind of weather.
I don't need a guarantee,
I don't need a sign, I just need you at the table saying pour the
so
wine.
let's practice getting old.
Let's rehearse the quiet days. Let's learn each other's silence in 100 different ways. I wanna grow old with you,
Starting from tonight
I wanna grow old with you
till the very
last light, every chapter, every season, every year that's yet to come. I wanna grow old with you. You're my forever, you're my one, you're my forever, my one, my forever.